Trying some new turf today. Doing a little brackish water creek fishing. I'm not sure if it's actually brackish. We haven't had rain, so it's probably pure saltwater. But we'll see what we find out here. These are trout. They're all pretty small, I think. Not sure what I got here, though. Heads. Okay. A couple bites pitching on this bank just now. I think it's small red drum. I guess everything is on the primary ledge, which would be like the first drop from 3 to 10 feet or something like that. That's the vibe I'm getting at this secondary ledge I'm trying to find some fish on. It's probably not existing. I'm guessing if I'm not even seeing gar, this salt line is like 100 years away or something like that. Oh. God, that fish shallow. What are we catching? What's this? Small red. A little bit of life here, I think. It's not much. Finally. Red. Striped bass. Red drum. Little guy. There you go. We have some old blue crabs I'm chunking now. It's probably typically the freshwater line. Let me start chunking a little bit, see what happens. Just drop down a 1/2 ounce bottom sweeper. I don't know what that is. What would be in this environment? Catfish and drum, probably, right? Fishing out here in 20 feet, so it's pretty deep. I'm working right along the ledge though. Maybe it's pinfish, I have no clue. Fish. Oh jeez. What is it? What on earth? Oh, I pulled him. No, I think that was a sheep's head. Look at this black drum. There we go. Not sure what this is. It's gonna be a sheep's head? No, black drum. Pretty tight to the bottom there in 20 feet. It's not bad. Man, there's so much junk coming down this bend. Got him. Jeez, decent fish here, man. Catfish? What's gonna be out here? Oh, it's a red. It's a keeper red, actually. Can put him back, but good on the red drum. Check that out. Yeah, ate a quarter blue crab in this deep cut, sitting out here in 20 feet of water. Quarter blue crab. Just pitch it next to a cypress tree. Like fishing in these areas, it's so cool. Super inconsistent though, man. Don't even kid yourself that this is amazing fishing out here on these trees. It's like tough, but it's fun. Nice fish, man. Start jigging now. Fish are on the bottom in 20 feet or so. Might have a chance at a good speckled trout, but hey, it's a nice drum right there, man. Fold yourself. It's probably like a 25 or 26. Yeah, I think I got a bunch of them under me here now. So strange when drum get into moods that aren't like heavy feeding. You just associate drum. It's like when they're aggressive, it's like they're like beating up this little chunk of crab and dropping it. Really fickle. Like they don't want it. Light bass. Okay, I'm gonna start digging. See if we can try bass right here, actually. Can't keep striped bass where I live, but makes sense they eat a blue crab chunk. I think, yeah, they always probably eat blue crabs, but might be a good speckled trout somewhere here. So. Whoa. Let me try to jig a little bit. I'm not really marking a whole lot of fish either. It was definitely a chunking only kind of spot. That's for sure. It really looks like flathead environment more than drum and striped bass. I guess it's pretty salty out here. I'm not salty. I'm in a good mood. I only got another like 20-30 minutes to fish, so I didn't have a lot to fish today. But tomorrow I got a full day, and I did find some fish. I don't know if I should go get some live shrimp or something like that. Those fish were really not having it. Like, they didn't show up on the sonar, didn't mark us. Maybe 1 or 2 fish all day, and those takes were really soft, so that might be shrimp mode, you know what I'm saying? But let me do 1 or 2 more drifts just on the next bend over here. There the current just got kind of crazy, and those fish were not in a real, they don't want no crazy cross currents, you know, if you had a big temperature change. But those are 2 good sized reds, a striped bass, black drum, and a lost fish. So it definitely seemed like there were some decent sized fish there. I just gotta show up with non-frozen blue crabs probably is the first thing, or live shrimp. What is that? Smaller reds. These guys seem to be less affected by the fronts than the bigger ones. There's one. See my little bass worm fishing like a kook now. Got my yum worm on there. Figured that was a good sacrificial lure for a tree right there. Tomorrow I'm going to put a full day in. I'll grab the autopilot. The only thing I don't like about the autopilot in these creeks, you scare fish. That trolling motor, it does. 10, 12 feet, you spook them a lot more than with pedals. So I feel like 20 feet I stop really spooking stuff, and it depends. I noticed it the other day when I was in really like this calm environment. Those fish hear that trolling motor, turns them off. So that's why I kind of like sometimes just hopping in the Hobie for that reason. Autopilot's nice and convenient to fish out of, but like I said, trolling motor, especially trout. I noticed it the other day. I was catching a lot of good sized trout. A buddy of mine was fishing out of his autopilot, and he couldn't hook them in 10 feet. I was able to just sit on top of them, vertically jig them, but he couldn't get any. Just saying. And I noticed it too when I think about it. It's like I don't really get a whole lot of vertical jigging options. It's important, maybe not at the end of the day. So, digging it. Like this time of year a lot. This stuff's super inconsistent because where I live, there's big tide changes. Salinities change pretty quickly, especially something like rain or moon tide. At the same time, it's more a setting place to go fishing and enjoy the setting. Cypress trees, many of them dead. Some are still alive, or kind of alive. But yeah, it's kind of cool to just go through these areas and enjoy all that. So that's what we're gonna do today. Just gonna float around. I've caught crappies and largemouth where I'm at before, but also I've caught black drum, red drum, speckled trout, striped bass where I'm at. So it's let's piece it all together. Gotta be kind of careful. I might run into a tree stump, but going 2.5 miles an hour, so that's not that fast. I'm gonna just start fishing a little downstream of here. I'm seeing some shrimp on the bank, so that means probably I should probably maybe throw a topwater or 2 since it's a nice warm morning. Water's 15 feet deep here, but I think since we're on slack tide, that's why this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna set up here, I think. Somewhere here, rather. Don't know where, but somewhere here we're gonna set up. I think I have a hard time grabbing it. Starting the same hole as yesterday. Start with a chunk of blue crab before I feel like a want to go shrimp crazy necessarily. It's just a 1/2 ounce sweeper. Start at this hole and then work my way around. Cool. Peaceful day. Drop back a little bit. I don't know. Let me start here. Took it. He took it and I missed him. Let's see what this is. Something smaller. Snagged you. I'm sorry. Wow, a spot up here. Kind of surprised to see spot this far. Realized they could live in brackish water. Wow, it did surprise me. Something bigger. I dropped him. Dang. It's gotta be like a small black drum or something messing with me here. Got him. Ask and you shall receive. I think that's a small blue cat. I shouldn't be eating catfish out of here, I don't think. It's my guess. Still, we were wondering. Let's see a few. Here's one. All right, this is kind of cool. Largemouth bass, chunk of blue crab. I would think it's way too salty for him. Maybe not. Got him. Let's see what this is. Let's see if we graduated from largemouth. Yes, we did. Little black drum. It's got to be 14 inches to keep. I think he's probably just like 13 or so. So I'll take my chunk of crab back from him though. Carolina rigged a live shrimp. Let's see. Ooh, there's a bite. Live shrimp. Probably a rat red, I guess, but you never know. Black drum. Okay. Still decent. Something. It's got a little bit of a scar on him. What the freak is going on here? Oh no. Got me a blue crab on shrimp crime here, guys. No. No, he got it. Oh. If I knew where there was a big trout, that's what we would use. Don't know where he is. It's hard to figure out how to drop into these structures here. Like, I really have a hard time figuring it out. Got to get right where the current's not that strong, like, and that's right behind me. But I'm just like, every time I try to set up on it, I get just pushed right into it. Finally. Oh, oh, oh. What is that? Catfish? No. Blue cat. I guess I'm in, it's literally the next day and the bite's totally different. Yep, let's go fish. Oh, I think this one's a white cat. Maybe somebody here knows. Is that a blue cat or a white cat? It's one of the native ones. I'm gonna net them just so I can show you. That's cool. They're kind of rare where I live, from what I heard. So I believe this catfish, unlike the last few, is definitely a different type. I think this is a white catfish. It's a native catfish to where I'm fishing. I don't think that's a blue cat. He doesn't look too good. I think he's had a rough life, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody else can comment. He feels like he's having a hard time today. Still, it's kind of cool. Yesterday I had a black drum, striped bass, red drum. Haven't caught any of, I got one small black drum here earlier. Alright. Somehow I'm just stacked up with cats today, I think. This one's a channel cat. I believe this one's a channel cat. I think that's a channel cat. So I've got a blue cat, white catfish, and spot. If I had more time, man, I really would love to just drop those spots down and try for a flathead. I'm running all these cats here, I think. Literally what I think I did here. Channel cat. So the ecosystem changes quickly. Even in a single tide, you can go from straight freshwater fish to all saltwater fish. Both of these trips were about 4 hours. Just hit a couple of holes. Today I brought live shrimp and the autopilot, since the current is a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be. I guess I'm on a moon. Yesterday I just showed up with some blue crab chunks, feel it all out. With a slight overlap in species, they were both very different days. I kind of liked it. I don't know, I just like fishing in this environment. All these dead trees are due to saltwater intrusion from dredging. Bigger tides brought saltwater into the forest, which in turn kills all the trees and also changes the ecosystem. Probably not for the better, as most things human related are not for the better for the ecosystem, but still fishing around this stuff always feels really cool, even if the fishing in here is not great. But it still's got a really, I don't know, is a feel that can't be duplicated out in the bay, out in the ocean. Just a really cool backdrop and scenery. And I'm headed in now after 2 days of fishing out here.